another beautiful day in this wide and wonderful world that God has given us to live. Grenada, good morning. And of course, it is indeed a joy to be with you once more. Stay with us. Let us pray.
Good morning, Mr. Andre.
Good morning, dear. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
We'll talk after. Let us pray.
All right. This morning, Lord, we thank you. We thank you for keeping us alive this morning, Lord. Father, we thank you for the breath. We thank you for each and everything you have done unto us this hour, blessed Lord. Father, peace be on this spot. I bow, peace, Lord, and all that here is. Tell the looks of God, let him honor a peace abide. Let us spirit now come down, let his blessing take his place. And son of peace, receive my cry, fullness, Lord, of the gospel rain this morning, Lord. Father God, I bring the nation before you. Father, remember Grenada, Carriacou, and PG Martinique, Father, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Father, even the whole world is in your hand this morning, blessed Lord. Father, you will leave us not alone, but still support and comfort us. The school children I bring before you this morning, thanking you for life and for health and for strength. Thanking you for the going back to school this morning, blessed Lord. Thanking you for the teachers, the principal. I bring each and every one of them before you this hour, Lord. Father, the Prime Minister is in your hand. What could I tell you, Lord, what you don't know? What could I say what you don't know this hour, blessed Lord? Father, look down upon him with pity and compassion. Father, guide and protect. Remember all the ministers. I bring them before you this hour, blessed Lord. Look over each and every one. The opposition party this morning. I bring that son before you. Thou be so pleased. Remember me in the doors of mercy. Remember all the ministers this hour, blessed Lord. My God and my King. Dr. Kid by name and by number. Reach out and touch him wheresoever he locate. Guide and protect. This morning, Lord. I thank you this morning, blessed Lord, for the entire force. For the pass by our police station this hour, blessed Lord. Remember the SSU, pass by every camp. I bring them before you this hour, blessed Lord. Take each and every one of them in charge. Father, those by the barrier and by the aged. Father, those that cannot help themselves. Those on the bed of affliction. Pass by each and every one of them. Those preparing themselves for the apparition table. I bring them before you this hour, Lord. Remember the nurses and the doctors. Remember them this morning. Those in childbirth I bring before you. Father God, have mercy. Mercy, I ask, and mercy is our total plea this morning, blessed Lord. Father, the whole world is in your hand. Father, bring our workers here and everywhere before you. I cannot name them one by one, but Master, you are acquainted to all your children. Joy, you cut in and give them a pip down. Prop them on any bending side. Those who are weak, Lord, make them strong. And those who are strong, make them stronger. Every dangerous road this our Lord. Where there is darkness, put light. And where there is light, make it more bright. My God and my King, this our blessed Lord. Pass by your children, Lord. Pass by each and every one of them this morning, blessed Lord. Father God, I bring Mr. Andrew before you this hour, blessed Lord. And I lift him up to you this hour, Master. Pass by the home you lend unto him. Keep it safe night and day. The outspring of his body I bring before you. Those who are dwelling with them, Lord. Remember them this morning, blessed Lord. I bring his staff before you this hour, Lord. Each and every one of them. Both male and female, all is in your hand. Bind them together like one bone lasting that cannot be broken. Leave no veins with Satan good enter this hour, Lord. My God and my King, this morning, Lord. The Fukan I bring before you in that radio station, Lord. Even the bumping center, even the chaplain of the door, the ending of the gap, the surrounding of the yard. I bring it before you this hour, blessed Lord. Take it in charge. Bind them together like one elastic that cannot be broken. Let one cry be the other one cry this hour, blessed Lord. Remember all those in all different homes this hour, Lord. Not forgetting Miss Jacob I bring before you. Father, keep her in the act of safety. Miss Jacob is in and attention. Permit this our blessed Lord. My friend, I bring before you this our Master. Take it and everyone in charge. My God and my King. Pardon my village and my people is our Lord. For all those what lost the loved one, remember them in the days of mercy. Strengthen them this our Lord, my God and my King. As we tell the disciple to say, Our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Hello?
Good morning, my dear. How are you?
I'm okay for the time.
No, you're in song, okay? You're in song like Mike Henry yet at all.
But I come in.
Yeah, you're coming to come, of course.
I come in.
Well, I wish you all the best, my dear. I know you've been struggling. How's the husband? Is he out to the woods yet?
I didn't hear that.
I said, how is the husband?
He okay for the not of the best, but he okay.
Well, as long as Mike Henry could pray, she coming.
Yes. No matter all the little illness or the little aches and pain, but I calling on me God because I know He's alive, and I know as long as He's alive, I am alive. Yes.
All right, my darling. So take care of yourself, okay?
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Real 91. Stay with it.
And there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking. What you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. How you move when you're moving.
Little England, you asked for a store that speaks to quality and we gave you. Now, you have started asking for brands and we have brought them in for you. Little England has all the brands you're looking for. Washing machines. We have Hoover, Indesit, Beko and Candy at the best possible prices. Deep freezers, fridge freezers, all sporting the Sharp and Hoover brand. Microwaves of top quality, Panasonic and Kenwood. We stock the best in smart TVs, JVC, Sharp and Panasonic. Now listen, this electric and top stove kettles, steam and non-steam irons, toasters, Bluetooth speakers, phone charger and cables, including wireless chargers, top brand names in blenders, solar lights, for both inside and out. The only appliance we do not stock is a transformer, because all our appliances are for the authentic power source to 20 volts. So check us out at Little England. We aren't so small after all. Little England, located Main Street to Tails. Call us on 458-4111. That number again, 458-4111.
Renbeck Community Partnership Initiative.
The classrooms that were refurbished as a result of this project really were not conducive to installing ICT into the classroom. Many of the windows were not functional. The security to the actual rooms themselves were insufficient. At the Maribor campus, the roof was also termite infested. The college is extremely appreciative of the contribution of GrenLink to this project to really enhance learning through the use of information and communications technology.
Hungry, anyone? You heard about it, and it's finally here. Velma's Restaurant and Bar, located High Street Satyrs in St. Patrick. They're open from 6 a.m. until midnight. Breakfast is available from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. On the menu is roast bake, sawfish, and many mouth-watering items. Lunch is a close second, with items that can be grilled to your satisfaction. We have steamed fish and other seafoods too. For the health-conscious ones, we provide vegan and vegetarian dishes. Looking for something that will hit the spot? From 5 p.m. until close, come and enjoy our burgers and fries. At Velma's, we cater and host parties. We have an on-site bakery where you can place your orders for fruitcakes and other pastries. We also have local juices. Listen to Real FM for your daily menu to place your order in advance. Call us at 419-5622. That number again, 419-5622. Velma's Restaurant and Bar. Come eat lunch with us.
As we move along on a sweet-looking Monday morning, the time has now moved on to exactly 11 minutes, and that is after the 7 o'clock hour. Morning, drums.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. A reading from the Word of God, Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that made us, and not ourselves. We are the people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and unto his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endure to all generations. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you very much. How you doing, girlfriend?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I ain't good now.
What happened to you?
You're supposed to know. I ain't got to tell you what happened. You're supposed to know what happened.
I tell you, don't worry.
What you mean, don't worry? Oh,
You'll be all right. Don't worry.
That is too much of stress now.
No, man. Throw the stress, man.
That is too much of stress now.
Be happy, be glad.
That kind of don't worry thing, that don't feel like working for me now. That don't working for me at all.
Just be glad. Don't worry.
Be glad?
Yes, be glad, man.
I cannot be glad now, girlfriend. I cannot be glad.
Okay. Okay, well, what you want to tell you? Have hope in God.
Well, me? Where is it? I live in so there's nothing hope.
Not this kind of hope.
Not that kind of hope, okay.
Have faith in God then. Have faith.
Okay, I hear you.
Have faith.
So how is everybody else now?
Everybody good for the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
And my cousin going to bury and the 11th of next month.
Wow.
Yes, God's way.
Okay, well, take care of yourself.
You too. Have a nice day.
All right, then. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Real 91. Good morning again, Kane Rowe, Martha Child. Oh, my God. Kane, it was indeed a joy hearing you this morning. Trust me on that one. I know the challenges you've been going through, I was told. And I say, you know what? Let me let you go through your challenges, and that you make, you'll be there when you're ready to be there again. And it was indeed a joy hearing you this morning, Kano. It was pleasant. Make sure you take care of Daddy, If you want to waste out yourself, that's your business, But my father, watch it, Watch it. So who do I call first this morning? Abby or Christine? Christine or Abby? You know what? Sherma, good morning. How are you doing? Right. All the girls down there on the bus terminus. Sherma, Abby, Christine. Good morning to you. Here's hoping that you have a wonderful day. Now, not very often I go a new place or I find a new spot in St. Patrick. Not very often. And I'm telling you, I found a new spot. Yeah. I found a new spot. And right, as I say, right in the heart of Satés. And I didn't believe that I can find new spots right in the heart of Satés. It is in Satés, but not in the hustle and the bustle, because once you go there, you definitely out of the hustle and the bustle. It's just a beautiful place. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like you say, poetry in motion, right? So it's a work in progress. The person is developing the place. Yeah. And she, together with whosoever else is helping her, they are doing a wonderful job. When that spot really hits the spot, you, meaning the citizens of St. Patrick, will be very proud to have a spot like that where you can go chill, have a drink, have something to eat quickly, and move on again. You know, chill and relax and look at the ocean and hear the waves are slapping on the sand and stuff like that. That's the place I'm talking about. Where is it located? Well, right, as I say, right in the heart of cities. It's called Shades. Yeah, it's called Shades. And it's located, well, everybody knows where the gas station is in Satés. No, it's not the gas station, and it's not on top of the gas station. But on the other side of the road from the gas station, there's a road going down to the beach. Take that road, and you come to Shades. Wow. Sugar, girl, you did a fantastic job. I hope somebody told you that I spoke about the place this morning, because I was very, very impressed when I saw your place yesterday, Sugars. Shades, really, really nice. I say to you folks, those of you who come into Satés and you need a place to just chill for a moment and have a drink, listen to some great music, because the music is different. The music is different. Do you understand? And that is very important to note. The music is just different. Sugar, you know that's a treasure spot right there. As I think what's his name? Arrow of the island. Find the spot, the treasure spot. That's a treasure spot they love. Really, really, you got it going on. I must compliment you on that one. Anyway, so much for that. We've got coming up. What we got coming up? The weather? Yeah. And other things too, you know. Don't think that is just the weather I got for you this morning. I've got other things for you also. Stay with us. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. In a couple of ticks coming up. What have we got for you?
Where you walk,
The weather news, of course.
when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfecting cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes. When you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Where would you go to get screened for cancer? The city. So, where would you go to get a biopsy done? The city, of course. Well, I have news for you. Dr. Nurka Moya Santos, an oncologist located at Gladstone Road in Granville, St. Andrew, at room number 5, will be able to assist you. General assessments, including tumor screening. Children, teenagers, women, and men can visit. She is a comprehensive family doctor. She also offers pap smears, home visits, and provides palliative care. Her work is supplemented by the efficiency of Alice Labs in St. Andrews and Fit for Life Clinic in Grandlands. Her hours of operations are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Eliminate the stress of traveling and visit our Dr. Santos Health Office in your neck of the woods. You can walk in or call for an appointment at 449-7926 or 422-4721. Tomar, La Salud, and Sirio. Take your health seriously.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. We have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care. In that,
no matter what you do, you've got to realize and you've got to know that you're listening to Real 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Carriacou, Petite Martinique. Good morning to you too, wherever you are and you're touching down and you're listening. Hey, guess what? We've been blessed this morning with a wonderful lady who's gonna let us know what the temperature is. Yeah, that's what we concern. These days, we ain't concerned about if rain coming, we concerned what is the temperature gonna be like today. Trisha Miller, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you, my dear?
I am fine, thanks. Good morning to you, listeners of Free FM. It's a fair morning here at the airport with some adjacent showers. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure 12.5 millibars, which is below the mean, but it's rising. Present temperature 28.1 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 90%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 32.7 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 27 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, only a trace of rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA, hence the total for the month remains at 46 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate morning showers and a low chance of lightning and thunder. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 32 degrees Celsius. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Tides will be high around 11 a.m. and low about 5 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:01, sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:56. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate morning showers and a low chance of lightning and thunder. From the Met Office, Trisha Miller.
Thank you so very much. I didn't even want to come back there. I just wanted to hear you go on and on and on. Hey, but again, Trish, what do you expect today as a high?
Yeah, 32. Another hot day in spite of the showers we have this morning.
32.
Yeah.
That's gonna translate into about 30, 31 in my side, my neck of the woods, wouldn't it?
And it's a bit cooler for you?
Don't you think it'd be a bit cooler up here?
I'm not even sure which part you're
Well, I'm in St. Patrick.
Okay, just St. Patrick's.
Yeah, St.
Y'all
Patrick.
had any showers for the morning? Not really.
Just a slight drizzle.
Yeah,
Slight,
it's
very, very
most of the
slight.
south, in fact. Yeah, it's most of the south. Yeah, so it's another hot day, unfortunately.
Oh, boy. And I always ask the others whom I speak to, people like Dre Charles and others, when I speak to them, I like to hear it in the words of the forecaster. What do you tell the people directly to them? What do they have to do?
Well, you continue to stay hydrated, stay indoors as much as possible. But if you're going to go outdoors, you try to wear cool clothing, clothing that will keep you cooler, and protect yourself from the sun. You wear a hat, and you just try to drink as much water as possible to stay hydrated.
I could go and take a drink at 2 beer and some Guinness something, or you advise against that?
We've tried to stay away from the alcohol when it's those kind of temperatures.
Okay.
Try to drink your water. Yeah. Yes, it's unfortunate, but the heat season really goes all the way up to October, so end of October, we're not going to see much improvement until then. As fast as the storms and so on continue to form and stay out in the Atlantic, that's what happens.
All right, what's the latest one that's in thing?
Philippe, tropical storm Philippe.
Philippe.
Yeah.
All right, I hope it's not the Philippe guy in England they were thinking, the one that died, the king guy. I hope it's not. Can't handle that Philippe now. Anyway, my dear, thank you very much, and I wish I could keep you, but I know you got your work to do. Take care of yourself, yeah, Trish? Okay, bye-bye. All right, good. So, 32. Friends, 32. Die for 32 is not easy thing. 32 is not easy thing. Folks, we have to do something. We have to understand this thing. 32 is easy. Anyway. So, it's 7:30. It's a Monday morning. Usually on Monday mornings, you decide what we talk about. You decide, what lingo happening, what's taking place. By the way, I heard that someone got shot again yesterday. Is that true? Can somebody educate me on that? I heard that someone got shot. I don't know. No, I don't know if the person died, but I just heard that someone got shot again. That's unfortunate. This kind of gun thing really and truly can't handle it. Really and truly. I pray God that this doesn't come my way. Honestly, you mad? No, I really can't handle this gun thing. So I try to stay out, my best to stay out of the limelight into the thing. No, try to stay out of that. You know, I'd say to folks, try to stay out. Just like how you're going to avoid the heat, avoid this. Yeah, just avoid this. As much as possible, avoid this. This, that ain't working. No, that ain't working at all. Yeah, that ain't working. Let me see what everybody's sending me, all kind of picture and all kind of thing. What they sending me? Let me see what happening. Good morning. You're sending me good morning. I want to find out what happening. Somebody sent me a picture and they tell me, well, but it looked like a good video there. But I will send that. But is that true? You know, people are saying all kind of, what do they call it? Prank? I thought it was Frank. Yeah, prank thing, you know, and I don't know. So, let me know. What's up? What gives? I hope the person didn't die. Yeah, that is not something we can deal with another. We really and truly can't we can't deal with another murder again. Yeah, we can't deal with another murder again. That is just not. It's not, no. That ain't good thing. That ain't good thing. So remember I told you about Shades, Shades. Yeah. I give Shades some free shout out this morning. Shades is located Lower Satiers, Lowtown area, opposite the petrol station. Yeah. There's a road. I didn't get opening hours, you know. I should have gotten the opening hours. Dumb of me. But there's a alleyway light just opposite the petrol station, and that is going to take you, it's like it would look like it's taking you to the beach, right? It looks like it's taking you to the beach. Boom, you'll see the sign that says Shades. Man, the place is the bomb. If you're talking about the bomb diggity, yeah, that is definitely the bomb diggity. Shades. Check it out today.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street Sates in the Quasi. Dr. Guerra, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352 or our landline at 444-4272.
Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandstand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed. M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. I say we have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. How you move when you're moving, which direction you're going. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk. Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. With what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
trying to work numbers behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you try to work numbers and numbers are working you. Good morning, Grenada. I was trying to do something and organize a guest for this morning. I don't know. Nah, nothing's wrong with my StreamYard. But I wasn't getting the person up on StreamYard, so I'm going to have to try the phone.
Staying alive, trying to survive. That is how it is today. So as you go along your way, you got to be careful. You got to be careful.
That song continues to play. And every time I hear the song, I think about life. Yeah. Okay, so let me see if that's the person I have there online. Yeah. Person, hold on, I'm coming to you directly. So, remember I was talking about the shooting thing? All right, so somebody said to me that shooting thing did take place in the Moya area, and that was night before. So that would have been, not last night, Saturday night. Wow, unfortunate. I hope he didn't die. Yeah, I hope that the person didn't die. Well, you know, I always have different things happening. So now we know about the shooting that took place, and hope the person is resting comfortably in hospital. I hope that they didn't die. But different things happen at different times, and you know, you make contact with different people to find out different things. And one of the things I've grown very passionate about this because of what BJ has done to me. Good morning, BJ. BJ has caused me to be very passionate about the people, because whenever BJ comes here, he speaks to the people on the seed program. And he's always bothered about that $150 I was taking from them. So whenever I get information about the seed program, I like to try and clear it up so I don't have any misgivings, or I don't make any mistakes when I'm saying different things. This morning I have with me on the telephone is Miss Leonora George, who was, she was the head of the seed. She ran that program for many years, from its inception up until she was relieved of her responsibilities. And she's no stranger to the telephone lines here at Real FM. And this morning she's with me on the telephone. Good morning, Miss George. How are you doing?
Good morning to you, Andre. I'm doing good, and a special good morning to your listening audience.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Happy Monday to you.
I like that one. Happy Monday. I have to copy that one. I hope you ain't patent it as yet. I have to copy that one. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you too, my dear. How was your weekend, though?
Oh, boy. It was most exciting last night because my team, Warriors, won the CPL. You know I'm a cricket fan.
No, I didn't know you were a cricket fan.
You didn't? Ah, yes, I am.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And do you know that England comes to Grenada just now? You know that?
Well, a lot of things are...
Yeah, England plays the West Indies here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. England plays the West Indies here, and that will be in December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. However, the T20 World Cup, which different island nations, all the island nations had to bid and stuff like that. It looks like we didn't bid. That's what it's looking like, because countries with, I dare say, lesser facilities than ours were able to get matches, and we didn't get any. Yeah, that is a pity, and that is something that the government will have to answer to. And the Minister for Sport needs to answer to this and tell us why why we didn't bid, because that's the only how we wouldn't get cricket in Grenada, is that we didn't bid.
We have the facilities.
We have the facilities.
We have the interest and passion here, without a doubt.
And another thing, as we in sport, before we get into the substantial topic that we're going to be discussing as we in sport, I also understand that Grenada played the men team football. They played a match recently in Grenada here. I think it was against Suriname. Don't remember the scores in the match, but Grenada was fined. The GFA, the Grenada Football Association, was fined. And why were they fined? Because the condition of the field was not up to standard. So they were fined. And I think they played a match again on the weekend. I think it probably in the female category, Grenada against Bahamas. I think Grenada won the match. But I believe that, of course, in that short space of time, there wouldn't have been any improvement to the ground. So Grenada will get fined again. The GFA will get fined again, and will have to pay money that they probably don't have because of the condition of the field.
That's lamentable.
Yes, and that is something that the I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But nonetheless, you're here to talk about seed.
Yes, oh God, seed is creating.
What's going on? What's going on with seed? What's the latest?
Well, seed seem to be creating a buzz, a real buzz.
Well, there's one minister that said that she believed that seed should have its own ministry because it's too much pressure. She said too much pressure. Yeah, so.
Oh boy. Anyway, the previous discussion we had, we focused a lot on the misinformation and disinformation campaign, and we, on our seed program. However, and we realized, that there is a serious mission by persons who are supposed to be the custodians of the program. Anyway, this morning I wish to address the combination of ignorance and arrogance in the administration of our social programs, in particular the uniform program, because this combination of ignorance and arrogance is really hurting our vulnerable community.
All right, so what's that about the uniform program? What is that?
Okay, so the uniform program is is considered as an in-kind transfer. And if we consult the Social Protection Policy document on page 4, it outlines 9 safety net programs, seed being top of the list as the conditional cash transfer, and the school uniform program is second on the list. Okay, so that means it should be given some priority. And this uniform program, it's an assistance given to vulnerable families, and this program caters for 3 groups of individuals or citizens. So we look at the first and priority group, which is the chronic poor, and that category encompasses our seed beneficiaries because they are already assessed by our targeting instrument as most vulnerable. So the priority group there should be seed beneficiaries. And then there is another layer, the transient poor. That is the vulnerable persons, vulnerable households, who are likely to slip into poverty during crisis period. And we just came out of the COVID-19, which posed a huge problem for our vulnerable community. It impacted them negatively. And these are people with weak coping skills, those who may have seasonal employment, small farmers, self-employed small business operators, persons in that category. And then we have another group, which is the special vulnerable group. And these families generally experience tragedies. You may have deaths in the family of the income owner or breadwinner, as we say. We may have issues of domestic violence where the woman has to leave, and we have cases where the man has to leave too as a result of domestic violence.
Yeah.
So these are the three groups that this uniform program should cater for. Okay? Now, our safety net programs, and it's outlined in the document, should be a collaborative effort
Between?
partnering ministries. So, for example, the SEED program is a combination of programs from the Ministry of Education and the Social Development. So, education is a significant partner in the SEED program and should be in the uniform program as well. However, this year, as well as last year, that program was given squarely to the Ministry of Education. Okay? And I see it as a high level of arrogance in terms of ignoring the existing protocols that were established. I consider it a blatant disregard for the established policies, and the policies are outlined in the safety net document that prioritizes seed beneficiaries for the uniform program. So they are the priority. And we had existing protocols of coordination, a system of coordination between the ministries involved. So the student support services within the Ministry of Education, as well as the seed officers of the Ministry of Social Development. There was also a disregard for guiding principles in the management of social safety net, because our social safety net programs were designed to protect and support the poorest and most vulnerable. And it is also geared towards forging institutional coordination and strong partnership among service delivery entities for integrated response. So, this transformation that we are experiencing now, where the program was just education was, or the schools, I should say. I shouldn't say education, because it was just the schools given the responsibility to manage that program. And my concern is, especially in light of the number of seed beneficiaries who did not receive anything. So I want to cry discrimination here.
Why would you cry discrimination? Spell it out.
Okay. So let me tell you why I would say that. And how uncaring that approach was. Because the schools or principals were not briefed prior to receiving the application forms. So no meeting was held to discuss the program with them in relation to the criteria and the targeted audience for the program, and also, most importantly, how much money would be spent. So that would guide the selection of applicants at the school level. So if you just send forms and you did not say what you expect in terms of a targeted amount, then you know what could happen here? In fact, one principal admitted to me from a small school that she gave all the children in her school the forms to go home with.
All the children, irrespective
All the children.
of their vulnerability.
Irrespective, because she was not briefed. She only got the forms with a memo from the ministry.
And the memo said what?
I am not sure as to the
Okay,
details
but
of the memo.
but give her the forms.
Yes. So she gave all her children. It's a small school. She gave them. She considered all of them vulnerable because they never define for her what vulnerability meant for that program. So the schools were not prepared. There were no guidelines for them. We have to consider, too, the timing in which the forms were sent. Just about the end of the term, when schools are engrossed in end-of-term activities, preparation of reports, graduation exercises, so much things to plan for. They might have fundraisers, so much. There are some schools that did not bother with the form. Not everybody complied, Not everybody complied.
Okay.
And so now you see who will be most affected, the vulnerable population. I know of a young lady who is unemployed. Only recently she got onto the seed program.
Mm-hmm.
And she informed me that she didn't get by the time she heard about it. And so communication was a problem too in some schools. By the time she heard when the teachers told her, they had already sent down the forms. And that's somebody that is most deprived.
Okay.
So the approach, that transformation did not work well at all and was not in accordance. That's why I am addressing it. It was
What I'm
with our guiding principles.
What I'm gathering here is it should not have been handled by the Ministry of Education.
No, they have to be partners, but it's not their responsibility. No. So that's shifting responsibility here. No. So accountability is at stake here. Who is taking accountability for that? So, Andre, for you and your listeners, let me explain to you what obtained before. And let us compare the two approaches. Jadira?
Yeah, I'm there.
Right. So, prior to 2020, June of 2022, so from 2014, that is what happened in relation to that's how that program was administered.
Mm-hmm.
A committee comprising three ministries: the Prime Minister's Ministry, Social Development, Ministry of Education. I represented social development for about 5 years on that committee. Mr. Stroud represented education. There were different persons heading the committees from the Prime Minister's Ministry.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember most recent was Mr. Garaway. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this committee met very early in May and looked at the budget, the amount that would be spent, and outline how it will be done in terms of the data collection, the applications, and we had clear and distinct roles in relation to the administration of that program. So social development and education combined was responsible for the data collection, the application process for that program. So seed officers completed the application for seed beneficiaries because they already have their list of seed beneficiaries, and they went into the schools to get from the schools their list as well. And we ensured minimum duplication in that the seed officers went to the schools with their list of beneficiaries for that particular school. So let's suppose it's St. Patrick's Anglican School. The seed officer for the area would contact the principal, arrange what time they would come in, because the principal would have to inform the parents of the selected students to come into the school to do the application. So the principal and school would be aware of who are the seed children, so they would not include them in their list. Okay? Because the school's list came from what we considered was the second list of vulnerable persons, the transient poor then, or special groups. They came from that list because we catered for, the seed unit catered for the first list of chronic poor. And then by the end of, or even before the end of June, we had the data collection should be completed, and the Prime Minister's ministry responsible for preparing the vouchers. The vouchers, the distribution began very early. In fact, I can tell you it was always the first week of July to cater for the principals attending, selected principals attended the press brief where the vouchers were distributed, and from then. So before Carnival, parents got vouchers and knew exactly what they had to get for their children. So their mind would have been at ease. Now, under the transformation agenda...
And you're speaking that this would have happened with the previous government?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So education, social development, these were the three ministries involved. Right? Okay. Now, under the transformation agenda now, an announcement came as a news item from the Minister for Education that the schools would administer the uniform program. As I said, most principals said they were not briefed before. They simply got the form with a memo, right? So obviously, it showed a serious lack of coverage, as we would say. That approach revealed a number of operational weaknesses because of just how it was done at the school level. The schools did not have, I don't think the schools got a list of seed children so that they would ensure that these were given priorities. No wonder why so many of them were omitted, did not get. And that's a concern. That's a serious concern, you know, Andre.
So let's understand this. Are you saying that the MO of this government has changed as it relates to the whole program, as it relates to the last government, correct?
Yes.
So with the changes that they have made, are you also saying that the public has not been given the information as in relation to the changes, and thus it has created a problem?
It has created a lot of problems. Apart from the news item, I have not heard much from the Ministry of Education in terms of the timelines for parents to complete the application form. I assisted one of my neighbors to complete the form. And you know what I realized in doing that, Andre? The methodology changed, but the form, the outline of the form was not changed at all. It was not revised. So the form they used was the one I created way back. Imagine you're not using seed officers at all this time, but the form has seed officer's signature. Say
that again, Len. Say that again, please.
The form that I completed for my neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
I assisted him in completing it. It was astonishing for me to see the officer's signature. But the seed officers are not being used in the process. And I realized this was the form I designed years ago.
So that was the same form that
Same
the
form.
principal was giving to the parents.
Exactly. So it had to be signed by either the school attendant of the officers or the seed officers. But you're not using seed officers at all.
So you're not using seed officers, but you're using the program as set out for seed officers.
Exactly.
And you were not smart enough so as to change that bit on the program and have it like parents' signature.
I had to laugh, I said, my God. Imagine. Mm-hmm.
Let me throw this curveball at you. You have spoken out a lot about this, and you continue to speak out a lot about this. And somebody who is listening probably shouting, sour grapes, because they make you go, you're talking. How would you respond?
No sour grapes. Sour grapes about what? I know, that is what most persons would tend to say.
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all. I'm enjoying my retirement. I had gotten to the stage where I wanted to retire. I thought I had after giving 34 years to education and 9 to the Ministry of Social Development, that's enough.
Okay.
That's enough. So, I would speak because of the injustices I see to our vulnerable community, vulnerable. Because, Andre, when you are out there, and you get stories that make you cringe. For example, one single-parent family mother said to me last week, I was sweeping my yard outside, but her heart was hurting and she wanted to talk. So she started a conversation about me sweeping. And she said to me, I ain't get no voucher. And she's somebody that is most deprived. She said that she has 2 boys who have not even started school yet, and that was the 3rd week in school.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 4th week now, so that was last week. They have not started because she has no money to buy shoes for them. Can you imagine that?
And she didn't get a voucher?
She didn't get. And she said she went to the minister, and so she's awaiting. She's a bit hopeful, and I hope for her sake that something can happen.
Well, maybe because you're speaking about it now, the minister might remember.
Well, that's why I want to speak.
Yeah, and by the minister, she meant the Senator, the Honorable Gloria Thomas.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, she can probably also check her parliamentary representative, who is very close to Ms. Thomas. So the 2 Thomases, they might be able to help her.
I hope and pray that she gets help. Mm-hmm.
I need to ask this question. There are reports that there is a family in the Telescope area that has encountered some serious challenges as it relates to seed. Have you heard about that?
Is it a new one, or the lady with the retarded daughter?
No, I'm hearing that's a new one. Is there a new one?
Well, Andre, we have been having so many cases. Some people quietly deal with it and say, well, the Lord will provide, put them in God's hands, But a lot of people there are hurting because a case came to me last week, and it didn't come directly. We were just talking about a number of matters, and the lady mentioned that she's the agent for her sister.
Mm-hmm.
And when she went to collect the grant, which is supposed to be for her sister, who is disabled, although she's 55, she's unable to walk.
Mm-hmm.
She has a health condition that rendered her disabled.
Mm-hmm.
But she has a 17-year-old son who is in Form 5. and that child's dream might be shattered. I hope not, because he was removed this month because that's what the seed officer told her, she said, because he is 17. And that is ridiculous. That is a serious, serious breach, because the child is 17 years. He's entitled to be in secondary school. I am not aware that the age was revised. I'm not sure what the Education Act says now. It might be up to 20 years.
I think it's up to 21, isn't it?
Right. So I'm not sure. There is one bit of literature from our program. I think the MOU says 20.
Mm-hmm.
I consulted the seed beneficiary manual. It said 19.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those were developed at different times. So it's possible that when the manual was developed, the age was 19. So that's what it says. So even the manual says 19, but the seed officer now is telling the lady that the child is 17. So he cannot continue to get the seed grant. So just imagine the predicament that family is in now.
And the child is still in secondary school.
He is in secondary school and is in Form 5.
And the whole objective of him having the grant had to do with him being able to go to school and do that comfortably.
Exactly. And maybe consideration should be given to giving the family more, because the mother is unable to work.
Yes, you just said that she's unable to walk, so therefore she can't work.
For less work, she's bedridden, you know. So just think about $100, you know, and it was removed. The $100 was removed. So that family now has to live on $200? How can that be possible?
Well, they can't even live properly on 3.
Exactly.
Much less to live on 2.
So you see how now the issue of the 150 is hurting so many persons?
Yeah, my friend BJ, that is hurting BJ so much you wouldn't believe.
Because it's hurting a lot of families. I met well, you know, whenever I go to Grenville, the seed beneficiaries would always come to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a relationship. It's over how much, 9 years? So, they're still my people. That's why I have to speak.
Of course.
And so this man said to me, he has a mental issue. So he receives $200. So the 150 was really helpful to him, especially as he had his mother living with him to take care of, you know. Can you imagine?
Wow.
So he said to me, it is so hard now without the 150 because I can't even buy my mother's medication. He has to get medication for himself and he has to get medication for the mother. Andre, people are hurting out there, you know.
I need to ask you another question here. Are you aware of MPs who are on the government side? Are you aware of their parent or parents being beneficiaries of the seed program?
I am aware, Andre. I am aware. But let me say here, and I want to be abundantly clear, that the issue here is not about eligibility because from what I know and from what I have heard about what I do not know of, but I'm aware that that person's parent is on the program. Based on the information that the seed officer gave to me, these are deprived conditions.
Okay.
So we're getting into the month of the elderly. And maybe the ministry should address, because children have an obligation to take care of their parents. So the ministry should address this because that's a serious problem in our country. I can tell you from working in the SEED program, what I have seen out there, the number of elderly who are almost abandoned by the children that they raised and educated. This is a serious issue for us,
Well, you just said it there. You said it before. You said that children are not necessarily obligated to take care of parents. Full stop. However,
they are not necessary. I feel, my personal view is children should take care of their parents.
they should. Okay. However,
Yes, that's my personal.
Yeah.
That's my personal. And there is a maintenance act, I can't give you the details of it, but there is a maintenance act.
okay. Well, one of these days we'd look at that. But let's look at it this way. There are reports that MP Delma Thomas's mother is a beneficiary, or has been, not just now, has been a beneficiary of the SEED program. And there's also reports that MP Philip Telesford's father is a beneficiary of the SEED program. Now let's stop there. These are two MPs. Nobody's saying that they're working for $1 million so that they can just fly monies across the street like that. But imagine, and I want you to imagine this, Imagine with you saying all that you've been saying about SEED. Imagine if you had a parent, a mother or a father, and that person was a beneficiary of SEED. Imagine what people will be saying. Can you imagine that? Huh? Now speak loud for me. I don't want you to go down there. Just speak loud for me. Can you imagine that? Yeah? Now, how then do I imagine MPs having their parent being beneficiary of that said program? I think that is I can't even find words to describe that. Maybe you might be able to help me.
Andre, SEED focus on, so as the manager of SEED, I was concerned about the welfare of those persons who have been assessed as eligible for the program. Otherwise, a lot of persons, if we look at if we address it using subjective means, because we have the targeting tool, and the targeting tool say that they are eligible. So, the program cannot disqualify them.
Okay.
No. The program cannot disqualify them.
I agree. I agree that the program cannot disqualify them. But it
because we have an assessment tool.
Yeah, but it
stick with
speaks.
the assessment tool. So as I said, this other things come into play that I'm not prepared to discuss, Andrew. I leave it to the individuals concerned. I can say for everybody know the mother of Delma Thomas is on the SEED program, and she had been there from way back because she's a mental patient. Okay? By virtue of her living conditions as well as her mental conditions. So, the program did not err at all. She was assessed as vulnerable.
You know what? I tell you what. Put a full stop there. Put a full stop there, because the next thing I was about to say, people might cry shame on me. So I want to put a full stop there.
It wouldn't be on me.
No, it wouldn't be on you, on me. People don't cry shame on me. Yeah, so I'm going to put a full stop there, but it has already been established that parents, what I want, my take out of this is that parents deserve to be treated better by their children throughout Grenada, correct?
Yes. I
Right,
would say that.
right. So we could put a full stop right there, blank.
Exactly.
Yeah, and know that parents deserve to be treated better by their children in Grenada, especially if these parents do not have it and the child could afford to buy a pound of flour, a pound of salt, and 2 pounds of mackerel. Take care of your parent or parents. Take care of them. My dad killed a long time ago. My mother died. So I have no parent to take care of.
But Andre,
Yes.
I can say, and I from what I know, Delma Thomas has been supporting her mother very, very well.
Good. Lovely.
I know that. I can say it, that she has been supporting her mother, but because of her mental condition, the mother wants her money in her hand to do what she wants. So,
all right. I am not. I rest that. I rest that out of what I consider to be respect for the goodly lady. I rest that. I'm not going to talk about it again. Me personally, Andre, not going to talk about it again. People can discuss it if they want to discuss it. That's entirely up to them. Right. I am not going to put my 2 cents again to it, because what I was about to say would do so and create havoc. So let we do create that kind of havoc.
I think we should focus on the transformation approach and the range of operational weaknesses in the administration of the school uniform program that has led to inadequate protection and coverage. And the evidence is out there. I wish the Ministry of Social Development will do a survey to find out how many of these households did not receive the school uniform assistance. And that would have it would seriously affect the attendance, the ability of the children to do well, because most of the children are attending school hungry. I encountered a young man last week. He lives in Moncton, attends Wesley College. Now, he recently moved from St. George's to be with his grandmother in Moncton. So he continues, he's in Form 4. However, the grandmother is a vulnerable person as well. So, on his best days, she can only muster up a 6, or if he is lucky, to get a $10. So he cannot attend school every day. And I was asking him, well, how is he coping? Because that particular day, he got $6. And when he explained to me, my God, he was able to pay the bus to get to Wesley College for the day. But he couldn't buy anything to eat. He couldn't eat at all for the day. And he had to hike a ride to get back to Moncton. And that was last week, Wednesday afternoon. So just imagine, you have these cases out there. No intervention.
Yeah. Ms. George, again, I believe you have raised concerns that needs to be raised in relation to the whole uniform situation and the amount of people that it is still affecting that you know of and that other people know of. And all we can do is to hope and pray that the government will, as they continue with their transformation, and nobody's against them doing their transformation, but as they continue with their transformation, I believe it is important that they understand that there are certain people who are getting left because of the transformation.
Exactly.
and they need to pull these people along.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They need to do that. So I would recommend a serious assessment of that approach and be honest. Be honest. You know, do an assessment of it and revise it. You know, revise it so that it will really serve the people it was intended to do.
It was intended to do, most definitely.
So we see distribution injustice here because the resources of the state is not being used fairly and equitably. So to avoid that, do an assessment and revise it accordingly. So we could have distributive justice. That's what I would like to see.
On that note, my dear, we end our conversation this morning. Let us hope that maybe in the coming weeks we can talk again. The microphone is always available for you here.
Thank you so very much, and you have a great Monday, you and your listening audience.
Did you pray for me yesterday when you went to church? And don't lie. Don't tell me you pray for everybody.
I did. I have to pray for Grenada right now. Grenada. Andrea, you're part of Grenada.
I'd say keep your prayers. I live in St. Patrick's. St. Patrick's is not part of Grenada.
You are part of Grenada.
No.
You know what a mental person told me in Grenville on Friday?
What?
He's a seed beneficiary, and that's my very good friend. He said to me, I want you to go away. I said, why you want me to go away? He said, Grenada not nice anymore.
That is why I don't live in Grenada. I live in St. Patrick.
Oh, I see.
You understand? So you can join me in St. Patrick anytime. Take care of yourself, my dear. Bye-bye now.
Enjoy the rest of it.
You too, Miss George. Thank you. Okay. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Your supreme radio and YouTube. And I think it's time for us to really do this TV thing, yeah? Yeah, put some big cameras inside here too. Yeah, I think it's time for us to do that. Good morning, Grenada.
Blessings Variety Store, located in Main Street, Satell, St. Patrick's, in the Quasi Building number 2. We cater for you from head to toe. Men, women, and children. Clothing, shoes, bags, accessories, and much more. We also cater for your household, such as mat sets, sheet sets, bathroom, and more. Don't you miss it. Come check us out, Blessings Variety Store, and be blessed with the best. Our motto is to be a cheerful giver and give generously, and it will come back to you 100-fold. Because God loves a cheerful giver. Blessings Variety Store, providing high-quality products for people like you.
I remember when this beach was really wide, a place to picnic and play cricket.
And we used to go up to the end to get away from all the people. Now all the beach gone.
Coastal erosion. When the sea starts to come in and take the land away, everyone loses something.
Granny, look how the waves are washing right under that house.
Coastal erosion. It's a hazard. Hazards. Take control. Reduce your loss. What can you do to help stop coastal erosion? For one, don't drive four-wheel vehicles on seaside dunes. They loosen sand and destroy binding vegetation, causing erosion. Find out more about coastal erosion and other hazards at your local disaster office. A message from your National Disaster Office and Sedera.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Blow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverblow.co.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the tri-island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matheson, also known as Leftis, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Kiariko. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carriacou Petit Carnival, the Carriacou String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
Grenbec Community Partnership Initiative.
The classrooms that were refurbished as a result of this project really were not conducive to installing ICT into the classroom. Many of the windows were not functional. The security to the actual rooms themselves were insufficient. At the Maribor campus, the roof was also termite infested. The college is extremely appreciative of the contribution of Grenlec to this project to really enhance learning through the use of information and communications technology.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The Grenada Tourism Authority, GTA, invites all tourism operators to apply for the renewal of license to operate in the industry under the GTA Act No. 42 of 2013 and the Tourism and Beach Vending Act No. 18 of 2001. Renewal of license will commence on August 21, 2023 and continue through to September 22, 2023. These tourism operators include taxi drivers, tour operators, tourism attraction operators, water sport operators, car rental operators, tourist guides. Accommodations includes hotel, villas, guest houses, apartments, and cottages. Tourist vendors at Grandin's Craft and Spice Market, Monroe's Beach, Melville Street, Fort Frederick, Annandale Waterfall, Grand Etang National Park, Concord Waterfall, and Bathway. Stakeholders can apply for renewal of the license Mondays to Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. at the Grenada Tourism Authority's Quality Assurance Department, Burns Point, St. George. The GTA is working with stakeholders to develop the tourism industry in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. For more information, contact the Quality Assurance Department at telephone number 440-2001 or 440-2872. Or you can email at www.puregrenada.com/quality-assurance.
Back with a B-A-N-G, bang. Morning, Grenada.
Where you walk? What you say?
We've got a call on the line. Good morning.
Morning, Andrew.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, well, they're talking about, I hear a program about the people going wrong, about the children that are going to school, they could arrest the mother. So if the children, if the mother are not to send them, how they will go?
Well, I think that can be discussed with the police or whosoever it is when they come in, because only police could arrest. Nobody else could really arrest. But if the police come around, then I guess the police, it is always said that the police is the first judge. So they would have to do so and have a conversation with the parent and or guardians of the child to realize that, hey, the child doesn't have anything to go to school. The child can't make it to go to school. If the child can't make it, you can't there's a certain way that you can send a child to school. If you send a child to school barefooted today, then you're creating a serious, you're probably creating a murderer in the next couple of years, simply because the amount of embarrassment that child will have to go through, that child can just flip in years to come. So it's a very delicate situation that has to be dealt with. I believe that what has to happen is that the government needs to identify these children who can't go to school, send these workers out in the villages and identify these children who can't go to school, speak to their parents and find out, realize what can they do?
Yeah.
What can they do as government? What can they do to ensure that the child goes back to school? There are just too many children out of school because they don't have a pair of shoes, they don't have the proper school uniform to go to school, they can't have a proper breakfast in the morning. All these kind of things has to be taken into consideration. And the parents, and in most cases, it's just single parents, which are mothers. There are some single parent fathers too, but the parents just cannot afford to do it. They could barely afford to put food on the table for the rest of the household. And sending a child to school is a task. And now I could understand why the government take out tax on condoms. Have a nice day, Baker. Take care of yourself. One love.
You too.
All right. Yeah, less children. Yeah, now I understand. Andre Donald, behave yourself. All right. But the phone line, yeah, it's open. 442-0175. The line is open, so you can call, and I'll be very happy to engage you in some sort of a conversation. And let's do like Baker. Let's make the contribution very short and spicy and sweet so that we can have more and more people taking part in the program. All right, so I'm going to put up one here, which is by Bevis John. Good morning, Bevis John. How are you doing? And Bevis John says this: school uniforms should not prevent a child for school education. Bevis, I agree. But we do not live in the era in Grenada where primary school students are allowed to go to school without school uniforms, and that's a fact. We do not live in the era when secondary school students are allowed to go to school without school uniform, and that's a fact. Even at TA Marisho, there are days when the students, they have to wear a particular t-shirt, like the TA Marisho t-shirt or something like that, and that's a fact. So it is not necessarily correct to say, well, it is correct to say that school uniform should not prevent a child from having an education. It is correct to say that, but we do not live in the era when uniform has been thrown out the window. No, children have to go to school with their uniform, unless there is a special arrangement with the principal of the school and the parent or parents and guardians of that particular child. All right? So I hope you got that there, Bevis. And what is Cynthia Bartholomew saying? Good morning, Mr. Donald, and all my Real FM families in from Karakou. Okay, so you're late this morning. Uh-oh, what a pity. What is being said here again? Sky, you saying good morning? Good morning to you. Sky, my name is Donald and not Ronald. Ronald is a guy in the gas station. Yes, somebody says, Andre, my private thing, somebody said, seed officers were not allowed uniform program. Neither seed was a conflict of interest. I don't understand that one. But in any event, the struggle continues. You better believe that. The struggle continues. Many a time, one will sit and wonder about so many different things happening and taking place throughout the world. And I'll say this to you. There are people who take advantage of the system. There are people who take advantage of the system. And they continue to take advantage of the system, and we ask ourselves why. Good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Andre Donald.
That voice sounds rather familiar. Parliamentary representative for the constituency of St. Mark. Is that you?
Yes, Mr. Donald.
Good
I just
morning.
want to make a quick one. I know you said make it quick. I was hoping that the victim would have called or somebody would have called, but when they don't, we as the MPs have to pick up the slack. Now, very recently, the last seed that was due to be paid, when one lady with 2 children in secondary school, I think she has about 5 children, but 2 are in secondary school presently, went to collect her money, they told her there was nothing for her.
Mm-hmm.
So no notice, nothing. It was just removed. She was with the environmental wardens working during the NNP administration, and when the new administration came on, she was sent home. And that is those who clean the side of the roads, the bush, the drains, whatever, to make the place environmentally friendly. And so she was sent home. She was getting a little seed, so apparently they got wind of that. They took it away from her.
Wow.
So now she does 2 days' work with somebody in their land, and you take away the seed from that person with 2 children going to secondary school. And we talk about wanting to educate young people and interested in young people. And it has even been said that NNP like to perpetuate poverty. But how do you perpetuate poverty if you send children to school? If you give them opportunities to educate themselves and elevate themselves to an academic standard where they can take care of themselves and even their families and come off the seed. So I'm going to be short, but this is very painful. You take away her job. You take away. And then the last part, I almost forgot that. When she went in the office upstairs, the fish market, to ask the lady concerned, well, I went for my usual seed contribution and I didn't get it. The lady asked, she said, and that's why I wanted her to do it herself, because it is still hearsay, but I know she's not getting it. She said, you are NNP? So the lady said to her, what has that to do with it? She said, well, she gets a list of NNP people who get in seed, and they tell her to take out the name, and she take it out. Let me say it straight. What she said was that the senator from St. Mark, see, that's what she said, and I would really like her to call one day herself and tell you her story, because it is heartrending. And now she has no income to take care of her children. So I'll make the story short. I think the lady who presented, who was the former worker in the Ministry of Social Development, she did an excellent job, so there isn't much more I can say. But I agree with her. There are still persons who are feeling the weight of the victimization and the inequity in dealing with all of the uniforms and so on. She was spot on with that.
Let me ask you this before you run off, MP. Have you taken this matter to Parliament already?
No,
No, I'm talking about you.
Weekend.
No, I'm talking about you. Have you spoken? You have not spoken in Parliament about that, but you intend to, I guess.
Well, I intend to, and I intend to speak to the minister about it, because one, the manner in which persons are taken off the list, and two, so it comes like a witch hunt. You're hunting all persons who appear to be NNP or who may be truly NNP, as though they want to extinguish them from the face of the earth and keep them down and keep them poor. So no, I intend to take it up. Similarly, I'm just waiting on the issue with the young lady at Duquesne Bay, where a notice was slapped on her to move from an area that was developed for her and other persons by the Ministry of Tourism. So I'm trying to keep in line with the admonition you gave before. So maybe another day when you want me to talk about these things, or I can get them to speak of the horrors that they have gone through in recent times.
But educate me a bit before you run off in relation to that situation at Duquesne Bay. What's the 411 on that?
Well, what happened is, the story goes back a long, long way, where a group of women were put together. I think they were all women, put together from Duquesne Bay, because we realized that Duquesne Bay has potential for tourism. And so it started with when Sister Brenda Hood was in tourism. And then I continued it where we sourced funding for training of these women in the art of how you deal with tourism, how you deal with tourists, how you speak with them, how you market what you have, and so on. But we also train them in ceramics and other things so that they can have a product to sell. Miss Jessamy, who has a place down in Grand Anse, she was involved in the training. Very experienced, very knowledgeable lady. And so they were well trained. Mr. Jessamy, who works in the Ministry of Tourism, was also involved. And we made sure they had the best. We had some issues with access to the beach itself, land issues, and that kind of put a damp on things for quite a while, in terms of with the ownership and so on. But we built, when you leave Duquesne Bay, by where the market is, and you're going down, just shortly after, there's a nice little area that was extended, and it has some kind of fence to protective barrier.
I call it the lookout point.
The lookout point, that's what it's called. That was designed for those people so that as part of the project, they could sell their produce there. Now, this lady had selling her little chicken and fries and whatever, not in that area, but close by, near to Beverly, for a long time. And then she decided to upgrade. So she got a setup.
Yeah.
Where you could hook it up to a vehicle. So it's a mobile kitchen then.
Yeah.
And she could go around, but she placed it in the look-off point that was designed for her and her companions. And she was given a notice to remove it and to desist from vending immediately. Now that young lady again, she used to be in the toilet brigade under the New National Party. When they came in, they sent her home. And so she's been sent home from a steady, regular job, albeit a contract job. It was a regular salary at the end of the month and paid on time. And then she tries to expand her business now, which was laudable. And when she sent photos, I commended her, and a number of other persons from the parish were happy for her. And now it's, the situation is being weighed by the Ministry of Agriculture, but she went to the Ministry of Tourism as well, and they promised to explain the situation to lands. So we're waiting. There might be an amicable solution, and we don't have to make a war for everything. But on the weekend, we went to give her the support. A number of us, maybe 12, 14 of us, went to bed to give her a little sale and give her a little support, because when I spoke to her, she was extremely distressed and anxious as to how she will continue to feed herself and her family. So we're waiting. That's why I didn't go too much into it. But since you ask, and I have the information, then why not?
Yeah. One thing I'd like you to do, Minister, because her thing has to do with little fries and what you may call it, and the area leads directly into the sea. So I'd like to ask you to let her know that, hey, what she might have to do is to ensure that the oil doesn't go down, that she collects it, the old oil that she's not using.
Okay.
She collects it and try her best to, that all the receptacles and so on that she's not using, to make sure that she has good sanitary practice right there, because it's right into the sea. If anything goes down the hill, it goes straight into the ocean right there.
Precisely. So I'm going to let her know, and I'm sure somebody who's listening will let her know as well. But what you have said is quite correct. And what she has to ensure is that she does it correctly, and that the safety, because although there's a barrier, I still see a little area there that is of concern in terms of safety. So it's something we have to look at, but we cannot touch anything at this point in time. We have to wait on the Ministry of Lands.
But did you all do a paper, also a document indicating that this area is for these ladies?
Oh yes, there was a whole project proposal on this thing. It wasn't for her alone.
Yeah.
It was for a team of them, so that the tourists can stop and look over the islands up north, Kauku, Petit Martinique, and the other islands in between, and also have a cool drink and eat something that, so these are people, she said they told her that this is a tourism project, so she cannot stay there. But that is the tourism project that was designed for them, to get people to start using create an awareness of Duquesne Bay and to bring it more to the fore. So,
is it a situation, Minister, or do you believe it's a situation where someone reacted without finding out what the real situation was?
It's very possible. It's very possible until the information from tourism goes and we're keeping a low profile. But what people are asking, they're saying there are similar places on the western side where people have their mobile kitchen and so on. And they're asking if they were given notices as well. Or was she singled out? Was she singled out? But when these things are being done, there has to be investigation into the situation. First, engage her. Ask her how she get there, how she got permission. And maybe things could have, the action could have been different right from the start. But it is what it is, and so we have to wait.
People usually make the statement like this: well, I don't want to make it political. I am going to make it political. Clarice, is she a supporter of yours?
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay, there you go.
She is.
There you go. I need not say anything more.
Yes, she is.
Have yourself a wonderful morning, my dear. We will talk. You know
Have
that.
a great day.
You too. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, Big Mark.
All right. Good morning to you too, Madam MP for the constituency of St. Mark. Yeah. Wow. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andrew Donald.
Yeah, talk.
And good morning to Miss Clarice Mullis. And Mr. Andrew, you see what Miss Clarice just tell you there? This is the things that have me. I just feel real seriously bad when I hear statements like that. Because the present Prime Minister made a statement and he cannot get over me at all. But I'm prepared to tell him when I meet him in person, when I could see him in person, in any forum. Not in a derogatory or indisciplined way. But to tell him that he made a very serious mistake when he speak to Kadisha in a program. And she told him about the 3 or 4 people that was fired from Carriacou. And he tell her he hear about that, he's not sure about it. But if he think he understands it's 2 or 3 persons, but if they don't satisfy, they could take the matter to the court. That would have me hurt to hear a Prime Minister advising people that have been fired to take the matter to court. Whereas the Prime Minister should be trying, even though he didn't mean it deep inside his heart, trying to find out what happened and see what remedy could be done in people losing their jobs. Nobody, no politician, no Prime Minister, no public worker should satisfy with people losing their jobs. If somebody is working and they is not giving satisfaction, they're not pulling their weight on their job, they're not doing what is expected, and they've been fired, so be it. But to take away a job from somebody because of the political affiliation, whether they are NMP or NDC, I think is a disgrace.
Got you, Cliff. Gotta run.
It's hurting.
Yeah, we'll talk again. We'll talk again another time, my brother.
Thank you.
Okay, great. It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Take this opportunity to thank all those who participated in the program this morning. And here's hoping that we'll be able to do this together again on another day, another Monday, yeah, maybe. Or you never know, I might join Carl on Friday if I do find the time to do so. Take care of yourselves. God bless you. And remember, if no one else in the world loves you, God does. So if he does, then what the heck? What are you worried about? He loves you. Yeah, you don't have to be bothered. One love. Take care. I'm out of here.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently